Welcome to Yoga Stretch. My name is Katy. Today we're going to start on the floor doing our yoga stretches, and then we're going to progressively stand up and do some more standing stretches. So let's bring ourselves to the floor. Extend your legs and place one hand on top of the other, and let's breathe into the belly. Relax around your neck and shoulders. Let all the stress of the day disappear. Don't worry about any planning. Just focus on the breath in and out of the belly. Now walk your feet to the end position and have your feet as wide as the mat. Bring your arms nice and wide, and let's lower our knees to one side, turn the head to the other, or you can just gaze up and just drop the knees from side to side and loosen up into your hips. Just relax around the hips and just let your knees drop from side to side. Let's walk those feet a little closer together and take the right leg, cross it over the left. Move your left foot a little bit over in line with your right hip and then lower your knees down to the side. You can land on your foot or you can tuck your toes in and get a deeper twist. Make sure you turn your head the opposite way. Take 3 breaths into your chest. Let's take 2 more. Can you feel that stretch settling in? Okay, let's lift up and uncross the legs. Now straighten your spine up. Now lift that left leg up, cross it over, press those thighs together. Move your right foot in line with your left hip and then lower your foot down or tuck your toes in and bring your knee closer to the floor. Turn your head the opposite way. Breathe into your left chest now. Take 3 more breaths into your chest. Now bring your knees back up to the ceiling and uncross the legs. Come to the end position, heels under knees, knees to ceiling. Straighten your spine and let's draw the navel down to the spine and lift one knee up to tabletop and then lift the other knee to tabletop. Nice firm waist. Knees in line with hips, ankles in line with knees. Now we're going to breathe in, then breathe out. Extend one leg to 45 degrees if you can. Keep the waist firm. If that's a little bit too strong for you, extend your leg a little bit closer towards the ceiling. Then bend the knee. Let's try that 2 more times each side. Breathe in, breathe out, extend. Breathe in to bend that knee. Breathe out, extend the other leg. Breathe in to bend. We've got 1 more each side. Keep the waist firm and the back comfortable. Now bring the knees to chest, hands behind the knees. We're going to do some spinal rolls, so if you don't wish to do any rolling, sit up and we'll join you in a moment. Lift your head up, drop chin to chest, relax the shoulders down. Draw your navel down and bring your knees a little closer to your head so you can round out your back nicely for a roll. Let's breathe in and roll back, breathe out. You can tap your toes down if you want to. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, keep your toes lifted. So round the back out, keep the head off the floor, and let's do 2 more. Come into a butterfly pose. I'm going to turn to face you. Hold your feet, lift your spine up nice and tall. Now we're going to draw the navel in and lower ourselves down. Press onto the calves. Press your legs a little bit wider open. If you can't quite reach your feet, just place your hands on your ankles and then push your knees a bit wider. Pulling that tummy in, lean a little bit further forward. Breathe into the belly and to the inner thigh. Take 3 more breaths into your hips. Beautiful. Let's release and let's extend one leg forward and bring the other ankle onto the knee. We're going to lift our rib cage, breathe in, breathe out, bend forward. We should feel a nice big stretch right in the back of that knee. This is very good for sciatica. So let's reach forward, just bend forward, and if it's comfortable to hold your foot, hold your foot. Otherwise, find a nice comfortable place to put your hands, and let's enjoy the stretch in the back of that leg. Breathe into the stretch. So bring the breath down to the belly and the lower back. Breathe into the back of the leg and the hip. Three more breaths. Now we're going to rock the baby in the cradle. So hold your foot with one hand and the knee with the other. You can, for level 2, place the foot in the bend of your arm and clasp your hands around your knee and foot. Then move your knee from side to side. Keep your spine up nice and tall and your waist drawn in. Stretching into that hip. Beautiful. Now let's press that leg towards the chest, lift the spine up tall. Take 3 breaths here. Right around the rib cage, front and back. And let's release. Give the legs a shake. And let's change legs. Ankle on the knee. Toes forward, pointing at the ceiling. Lift up the rib cage. Breathe in, breathe out. Bend forward, draw the navel in. Walk the hands forward. Your hands can hold your foot again if it's comfortable. Now lean forward, find the stretch in the back of the leg. So behind the knee, perhaps in the hip. Breathe into the belly and the lower back. Take 3 more breaths. Let's hold the foot with one hand, the knee with the other. Hold here and do your rock from side to side, or place the foot in the bend of the elbow. Lift your spine up, tummy in, and let's rock the baby in the cradle. Then press that leg towards the chest, lift the spine up, take 3 breaths. And then release. Give the legs a little shake. And walk your feet a little closer to hips, butterfly pose. Now lift your hands up, prayer at chest. Draw the tummy in, shoulders down. Take 3 breaths. Keep that spine lifted, the waist drawn in. Lengthen through the spine. Stretch on the inner thighs. Then release. Bring the knees together. Take the hands behind the knees and let's lift our feet up and balance on the hips. Shoulders are down. Draw the rib cage up. Hook those shoulder blades together at the back and draw the navel in. Level 2 boat. Lift your feet up to hip height. If you can manage, extend your legs a little higher up towards the ceiling. Otherwise, just come back to the position best for you. Hands by sides, draw the navel in. Let's pause here. Take 3 breaths. Then place the hands down and extend one leg forward, then the other. You can have your arms extended forwards. One more time, then bring the feet apart, drop your body between your legs. From here we've got cat-cow pose, so take a walk up your shins with your hands, lift your rib cage up, let's breathe in, hug shoulder blades together, stretch the chest, breathe out, navel to spine, round into the back. Breathe in, stretch into the chest, hug the shoulder blades together and breathe out, navel to spine, stretch the back. So let's do that again. Chest stretches and breathe out, back stretches. Beautiful. Let's bring our legs into a cross-leg position. Just rest the hands on the knees. We're going to draw circles with our torso. So let's breathe in and breathe out, drawing a circle. Breathe out as you bend forward. Breathe in as you lift. Breathe out as you bend. Now let's lift our arms up. Breathe in and then breathe out. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out, circle forwards, and one more time, lifting up and breathe out. That's it, beautiful. Lifting the arms up and place the hands on knees. Let's change the cross of the legs and draw circles the opposite way. Breathe in and breathe out, circle. Beautiful. Let's lift our arms out now. And breathe out, circle. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out to circle. And again, in to lift. We've got one more. Keep those hands lifted. Place the hands behind the head. Lower the shoulders down away from the ears. Draw the waist in and lift the rib cage. Breathe in and breathe out, twist. Draw the navel in, rotate through the rib cage. Don't let your shoulders creep up to ears. Breathe in, forwards, breathe out and twist. Let's do that again. Breathe in, forwards and breathe out, twist. One more time, each side. Make sure you're working nice and evenly. And then lower your hands down. Let's roll the shoulders. Big shoulder roll. Now let's alternate our shoulders. One shoulder then the other. Take a deep breath in. Lift your hands up. And breathe out. Lower the hands down. Draw the waist in and walk those hands forward. If you can, lower the elbows down, draw them towards your shins and lower your head down. Stretch the back of the neck. Breathe into your belly and the lower back. Now lifting up, walk your hands back towards your knees. Let's change the cross of the legs one more time. And we're going to twist. Lift the arms up, breathe in and breathe out. Rotate through the ribs. Take one hand on the knee, one hand behind the back. Then breathe in, lift up tall through the spine, breathe out and twist. Breathe in the rib cage, front and back. Three more breaths. Now let's lift those hands up, breathe in, lift them right up, breathe out, twist, lower one hand to the knee, the other to the floor. Breathe in, lift up nice and tall, breathe out to twist. Breathe around the rib cage. Three more breaths. And bring yourself back to the front again. Now we're coming into a V position. So have your legs out nice and wide, toes towards you, pointing up to the ceiling. Lift your hips up, draw the waist in, sit down, lean forward a little bit. So you're putting your hips in the right position to bend forward. Now let's breathe in, lift up through the spine, breathe out, draw the navel in, slide the hands down your legs. You can hold your ankles, perhaps even your big toes. If that's not comfortable, hold the outer edge or inner edge of your feet and bring your chest towards the floor. Now if your chest goes very comfortably to the floor, lay down. Otherwise, you can be a little bit lifted. Keep the shoulders away from the ears, the waist drawn in. Breathe around the belly and the lower back and find the stretch in your inner thigh. Take 2 more breaths. Then walk your hands up your feet and come into, bring your knees to your chest, give them a hug. Come back to butterfly pose and let's hold the big toes with the index finger and middle finger, or just hold your feet. Let's extend one leg, give it a stretch. Take a bend, stretch the other leg. And let's do that again. Nice big stretch. You can stretch your leg out just a little bit better if you lift one leg up at a time. Let's try one more each side. All right, now this time we're going to lift our heels up and extend both legs. Now you can stay here in this lifted position, in this balance, or you can extend both legs up. Draw the shoulders down, lift the rib cage, draw the waist in. Stretch the inner thighs, stretch the backs of legs. Take 3 more breaths. Now bring those feet together, bring those knees together. I'm going to turn around sideways because we're going to have the hands behind the knees, draw the navel in, round the back out, lift those legs up to the ceiling, draw the navel down, lower back nice and flat on the floor, chin to chest, extend your arms forward. Lower your shoulders down away from your ears. Now draw your navel down and lift your chest up. That's it, beautiful. Breathe in, lower it down, breathe out, lift. Let's do that 3 more times. Breathe in to lower, out to lift, in to lower, out to lift. Breathe in to lower, keep drawing that navel down as you lift up. Beautiful. Let's take the hands behind the knees and we're going to roll up, cross the ankles and come into a cat. You can also bring your knees out to the side to come into your cat pose. From here we've got an alternate arm and leg extension. So extend your right arm and left leg. Breathe in and breathe out. Draw navel to spine, tap the elbow to knee. Breathe in, reach the arm forward and back. Breathe out, draw the navel up to spine, elbow taps the knee. So you want to round your back out. Now let's breathe in, reach forward, breathe out, elbow to knee. Now this time, breathe in, reach forward, keep reaching through the fingers and toes, then go to 45 degrees with your arm and leg, like a compass. Breathe in, arm goes forward, breathe out, arm and leg, diagonal. Breathe in, arm and leg forward and back, breathe out, bring it to a diagonal. Breathe in, forward and back, then breathe out, lower your hand and your knee down. Come into child's pose. Just bring your arms by your sides, forehead down. Let your shoulders drop towards the floor. Draw your navel up and try to tuck your tail between your legs. Pull your tummy up nice and firmly. Sit on your heels. Take 3 breaths into your back and feel your back stretch with your breath. Wonderful. Now extend the arms forward, lift up into a cat, walk your wrists under your shoulders, knees under hips. You can walk your knees a little closer together. Let's try that on the other side. Extend your left arm and right leg. Breathe in, reach. Breathe out, draw the navel to spine, elbow to knee, arch into your back. Breathe in and stretch it out. Breathe out, elbow to knee. And breathe in, reach the arm and leg away. One more time, breathe out, elbow to knee. Breathe in, reach your arm and leg, and then breathe out to the side on a diagonal. Breathe in, straighten your arm and leg. Breathe out on a diagonal. Feel the waist drawing up, the back working. Breathe in, arm and leg forward and back. Breathe out, diagonal. Breathe in, straighten your arm and leg. Breathe out, lower the hand down and the knee down. Let's go into child's pose. So extend the arms, give them a good stretch. Slide the shoulders towards the hips. Draw the navel up. Tail between the legs, so rounding out into the lower back, giving it a stretch. Breathe into your mid-back. Feel your back expand with your breath in. Take 3 more breaths. Okay, breathe in, lift back up into your cat position. Now we're going to walk our hands back towards our knees, take a seat on the heels. We're going to lift the knees up, stretch the tops of our feet, and then rock forward, lift the feet. Rock back, stretch tops of feet, and forwards, lift them up. Let's do that again. We've got 2 more to go. And last one. Now this time we're going to tuck the toes under and walk those hands to the knees, pull the tummy in, round the back out, stack the vertebrae up. We've got a toe stretch. If this is too strong for your toes, lift up onto your knees. Make sure your buttocks is nice and firm and you're lifted up high. Okay, so otherwise if you're sitting down here, let's take a deep breath in, sun salute, and bring hands down to chest. Let's take 3 deep breaths here as our toes stretch. Breathe into the belly. Bring your hands down onto the floor in cat again, lift your feet, and let's shake those feet down a little bit, around a little bit, just to any direction you like, circle, pedal. And then tuck your toes under, lift the hips into down dog. Now we want to pedal the heels. So let's press the heels down one at a time. Try to touch the floor with your heel if you can, and feel that stretch in the ankle and the calf. Now this time, lift the navel up, lift the hips, lengthen through the arms. See if you can swing them a little bit to keep them soft. Shoulders towards ears, and we'll stay out of the neck and work into the back and the chest. Lower the heels towards the floor. Stretch your fingers out, stretch your arms out. Breathe into your back, 3 deep breaths. Now let's step our feet together. Just a little closer. Bring your body forward into plank. So push through your heels. Squeeze your buttocks. Press your buttocks together. Pull your tummy up. Lower your ribcage slightly so your elbows can be a little bit loose. Let's take 3 breaths here. Now let's breathe in. We've got an 8-limb pose. So pull the tummy in, lower the knees down slowly. Can we feel that waist working? And then lower your upper body down. Keep those elbows hugging the rib cage. Lower your chest down and your chin down. Keep your hips lifted. If this is uncomfortable, lay on your front. Take 3 breaths here. Now lower your waist down, slide your elbows forward. We've got a Sphinx pose. So elbows are lined up with shoulders and hands are lined up with elbows. Press your hips in the floor. Squeeze your buttocks, press your buttocks together. Draw the shoulders down, lift the rib cage up so you're looking forward. Let's draw the elbows back and the chest forward. So we should feel our shoulder blades flatten on our back. And a nice stretch from the navel up to the chest. You can lift your chin and stretch the neck, or you can just keep your chin a little lower down. Make sure your shoulders don't sink down, but keep your spine lifted. Take 3 breaths into the front of the body. Feel the front of the body expand forward with your breath in. Beautiful. And let's lower our chest down a little at a time. Then bring your arms by your sides. We have a locust. Forehead on the floor if you can, otherwise chin. Press your hips down, tail between the legs, pull the tummy up. Now let's lift the head and start to peel the chest off the floor. Lift your arms and reach them down to your toes. Hug your shoulder blades together and lift your chest a little higher. You can look forward or tuck your chin in, lengthen through the back of the neck. And squeeze your buttocks firmly, lift your legs up. Stretch your toes out and stretch your fingers. And if you can, level 2 arms, press palms together, clasp fingers, hug the shoulder blades together and lift the chest a little higher. Take 3 breaths here. Now lower the legs down, bring the arms out to the sides, then bend the elbows, hands under chest, and we've got a cobra, high cobra. Extend your arms, shoulders away from ears, spine nice and tall, squeeze your buttocks firmly, lift your chin for a neck stretch, take 3 breaths into the front of the body, right around the belly. Now lift the waist up. Bring the toes together, knees wide, child's pose. Extend those arms forward. Shoulders towards hips. Nice flat shoulder blades on the back. Pull the tummy up, sit on your heels. 3 big breaths into the back. Now let's lift up into a cat, tuck those toes under and down dog. And just move from side to side. Make sure you're nice and comfortable. Shoulders are a little bit loose, hips are comfortable and a little bit loose. And then let's step our feet together. Now lift the right leg up, squeeze the buttocks, point the toes to the floor. And let's bend the knee. Bring the knee out to the side for a scorpion, level 1. Look at your toes, have the weight evenly through your hands. For level 2, let's lift the knee to the ceiling, look under our arm. That's it, beautiful. Breathe into the side of the body. You should be getting a big stretch in your hip and the side around your rib cage. Keep the weight even through your hands and take 3 breaths. Then lunge your foot between your hands. Now from here we're going to lift our hands up into a wide prayer. Now we want to balance here, so have your back heel down. Nice and balanced, nice and steady. Reaching the arms up, your arms can go back a little further, you can gaze up. It depends on the mobility of your shoulders. Do try to reach your arms up and have your shoulders down though. Fingers stretched nice and wide, stretching the palms. Now we're going to breathe in, breathe out, bend forward, reach the arms up to the ceiling like flamingo wings, and breathe in, lift the arms up again. Breathe out, lift the arms up, breathe in and lift, and breathe out, breathe in to lift. Now bring your hands down to chest in prayer. And we're going to come onto the ball of the back foot. Now you can actually step that back foot a little closer if you don't want to put too much pressure into your front knee. Warrior 3. Lift the back toes up if you can. Lift them to hip height if you can. Have the 5 toes pointing at the floor, tummy lifted, standing legs lengthened. If you're feeling strong today, extend your arms forward in prayer and tuck your chin to chest. Take 3 breaths. Now breathe in, breathe out, hand to chest. Lower your back foot down into high lunge. Bring your arms up and twist in a reverse warrior 2. That's it, shoulders are down, pushing through the back heel, nice straight back leg, as much as you can. 3 breaths here. Now lower the back hand down, breathe in, lift your arms, breathe out, hands down to floor and front foot back into down dog. Just moving from side to side, loosen up around your shoulders and your hips. Step your feet together again. This time we're lifting our left leg up, squeeze your buttocks, lift your leg. Now for level 2, bend your knee out to side, or that's level 1 scorpion. Look at your toes, weight even through the feet. Level 2, lift your knee higher, look under your arm, find the stretch around the hip and the rib cage. Weight evenly through the hands, 3 breaths into the side of the body that's open. Now breathe in, breathe out, lunging forward, your back heel down. We're going to lift our arms up. Warrior 1. Roll the shoulders back and down, lift the chin, breathe into the belly, 3 breaths. Then breathe in, breathe out, bend forward, lift the arms up to ceiling, flamingo wings. Breathe in, lift up, beautiful for strengthening the front leg. Breathe out, lift your arms up, breathe in to lift. Breathe out, let's bend forward, lift those arms up. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out, hands down to chest for warrior 3. Come onto the ball of the back foot. If it's a little far away, jump it a bit closer. Now level 1 for warrior 3 is toes on floor. Level 2, lift that foot up. And level 3, extend it up, lift it up to hip height. Straighten your standing leg, shoulders away from ears, tummy lifted. If you're feeling strong, extend your arms forward in prayer. 3 breaths here. Then breathe in, breathe out, hands to chest, and lower your back foot down, toes on the floor. Breathe in, lift those arms up, breathe out, twist into reverse warrior 2. Shoulders are down. Take 3 breaths. Then breathe in, lifting your arms up, face forward. Breathe out, hands to floor, front foot back, down dog. Moving from side to side. Now let's take a walk with our hands towards our feet. Bring your hands to your shins, breathe in. Breathe out, bend forward, draw the navel up, lift the hips up, Start to squeeze the buttocks and stack the vertebrae up one at a time, and we're going to roll up to a standing position. Lift shoulders up to ears, roll them back and down. Let's take another big shoulder roll. Beautiful. All right. So now we're going to give ourselves a little shake. And we're going to do some more yoga standing strength work. So let's come into our mountain pose. Lift up nice and tall through the rib cage. Imagine the crown of the head drawing up to the ceiling. And let's squeeze our buttocks, firm tummy, lift the rib cage, nice firm thighs also. Shoulders to ears, roll them back and down. Look forward. You can close your eyes if you want to. Stretch your fingers out, stretch the palms. Take 3 breaths here. Now reach those fingers down to the floor so you can feel your shoulder blades drawing downwards. Stretch your toes out. Feel the pressure of each toe into the floor. 3 breaths into the chest. And take a deep breath in. Lift your arms above your head in prayer. Look between the palms of your hand. Breathe out and let the hands follow your thumbs as they follow your body all the way down to the floor. Let's take a walk with our hands forward into a down dog. Look between the legs. Let's breathe into plank. 8-leg pose, draw the navel up, lower the knees down, flatten the feet and lower your body to the floor. Oh, keep those hips lifted. 3 breaths here. Now flatten the feet down, flatten the waist, peel the chest off the floor, tuck those toes under, lift the hips up into down dog. Now walk the feet under the hips, the hands are as wide as the feet. Let's draw the navel up, hips up, chest towards thighs, and heels go towards the floor. Now let's step our feet together, and we've got a 3-leg dog this time. So lift the right leg up, squeeze the buttocks, toes point at the floor. Take 3 breaths here. Round the rib cage. Now breathe in and breathe out, lunging forward. Lower the back heel down. And let's lift the arms up into Warrior One. Roll the shoulders back and down, lift the rib cage. Gaze up diagonally if you can. Make sure your front knee is lined up with your front ankle. 3 breaths into the belly. Warrior Two, open the arms out, chest and hips face sideways. Shoulders are down, give your buttocks a little squeeze, tummy pulls in, rib cage lifts, neck and shoulders comfortable. Turn your head only to look over your front middle finger. Let's take 3 breaths here. Right around the rib cage, front and back. Now we're going to rotate that palm of your front hand sideways. Imagine you're holding a bow. This is our archer. Circle the back arm forward, hold the string of the bow, and draw it back. Breathe out. Draw it right back. Chest facing sideways. Breathe in, release. Lift your arms up. Take a deep breath in and then breathe out. Hold the bow, hold the string and draw it back. Release, breathe in, lift. Breathe out, hold the bow and the string, draw back. Breathe in and lift. And breathe out, hands down to floor, front foot back, down dog. Now step your feet together. I'm going to do that again on the other side. So lift your left leg up, 3-leg dog, squeeze your buttocks, breathe in. 3 breaths, round the rib cage. Now breathe in, lunge forward, lower the back heel down, We've got a warrior one. Breathe in and lift the arms up. Roll the shoulders back and down. Two more deep breaths into the front of the body. Now let's open those arms up. Breathe in, reach up, and breathe out. Arms into warrior two. Front leg in line with the ankle. Squeeze your buttocks, tummy in. Shoulders down. Turn your head to look over your front middle finger. Now rotate the front palm, lift it, hold the bow, and then take the back arm. We're going to hold the string for our archer pose. Breathe out, draw it back. Breathe in, release, lift the arms up. Breathe out, hold the bow, hold the string. Breathe in, lift the arms. Breathe out, hold this bow and string. Nice big strong move. Breathe in. And this time, hands down to floor, lift your back foot up. One-legged handstand. Now your hands can be in front of your foot or line your fingers up with your toes. Or a little more challenging, hold the ankle with one hand or hold the ankle with two, depending on your balance. Now your back leg can either be hip height or up to the ceiling, depending on what your strength is like and your flexibility. Let's lower that back foot down now and walk the hands around sideways. We've got a down dog, a wide leg down dog. Walk your hands forward now, draw the navel up, lift the hips, look between your legs and try to line your hips up with your ankles. So the way to help you is to find out where the weight is in your feet. If it's in your heels, then you know that your hips are back too far. So bring them a little bit forward towards your arms. So the weight should be even through the feet. Now if the weight is in the front of your feet, then you know your hips are too far forward. So move them back so they're above your ankles, even if your knees are bent. Now shoulders towards shoulders towards hips. Flatten the back down, pull the tummy up, stretch backs of legs. Take 3 breaths here. Now let's walk those hands under the chest, look directly down at the floor. Pivot the heels inwards so your feet are now diagonal. We've got a horse stance, so let's walk the hands up to the thighs and come into our horse stance. Pull the tummy in, push the hips back. We want to line the knees up with the ankles as much as we can. So take the hands behind the head, lower the shoulders down. We're going to breathe in, breathe out to twist. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out to twist the other way. Breathe in, look forward. Breathe out to twist. Breathe in, look forward, and breathe out to twist. Now let's bring ourselves forward again. Lower the hands down. We're going to drop one shoulder forward. Nice big stretch around the shoulder blade. Breathe in and lift. Breathe out, stretch the other shoulder. Breathe in to lift. Breathe out, stretch. And again, breathe in and lift. Breathe out and stretch. Breathe in to lift again. Okay, let's take a nice deep breath in. Lift our hands up and breathe out. Come back to those hands on knees. Bring your hands forward. We're going to walk our hands around to the front foot, lower the back knee down. Flatten the back foot, lift the toes up. We've got a head to knee pose, so pull the tummy in, lean forward. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. Now if you can, you can place your hands on below the knee, on your shin. If you find you're a little bit, you're bending forward, it's not quite so easy. Hands can also be on the hips and you can just be on your knee. Otherwise, hands on the floor and head to knee. Let's breathe into the belly and the lower back. Breathing into the hip. We want to feel that big stretch in the back of the leg. Beautiful. Now we're going to walk our hands around to the other side. So I want you to bring your knee down and change to the other side. Lift your toes up. Hands can be on hips. Pull the tummy in, hands on floor, and perhaps head to knee. Breathe into the back of the leg. Find the stretch in the back of that thigh. Breathe into your back 3 breaths. Okay, now walk your hands forward to your foot, place the foot down, lift your back toes up and your knee. Now we're going to do a one-legged handstand this side. So this is level 1, toes on floor, or lift your foot up a bit higher, or perhaps up to the ceiling if you can. Your hands can be in front of your foot, or line your fingers up with your toes, a little more challenging. One hand on the ankle, and perhaps 2 hands on the ankle. Gaze at your knee. Just check your balance today, see what it's like. Play around with the different positions. Another deep breath in. And then lower your foot down, a little bit away from your front foot. Walk your hands around, pivot your feet around, and bring your back foot towards your front foot. And from here, we're going to take one foot behind the other, take a seat, and bring your feet to the end position. Now, we're going to take a hip stretch now, so let's extend the left leg, place the right ankle on the knee. Lift up your rib cage, placing your hands down. Now, you can keep your leg extended here, or you can draw your waist in and slowly start to bring your foot a little bit closer. We're looking for the stretch in the hip. So let's lift our rib cage up and get that spine up nice and tall. Now, if you can bring your heel a little closer, that's fine, but keep that spine lifted. Some people can bring their heel right to the hip. If you're one of those people, just do that. Let's breathe into that hip, that stretching hip. Try to keep your rib cage lifted up to help the stretch. Now let's extend the leg, place one foot to thigh, breathe in, lift up the rib cage, and let's pull the tummy in as we lean forward. Walk your hands forward, shoulders away from ears, keep that spine extended, breathe in, breathe out, bend forward a little more, breathe in, bend forward a little more, then tuck chin to chest, back of neck lengthened. You can walk your hands now towards your foot or wrap your hands around your foot. Feel free to go to a further extension. If you feel that you're at your furthest point, come back 10% and hold the stretch there. Breathe into your back. One more breath. Then walk your hands back to your hips. Beautiful. And change legs. Ankle on the knee. Lift your rib cage up. Hands behind. Stay here. Stretching into your hip. Otherwise, we're going to slide the foot a little bit closer. Keep the rib cage lifted, tummy in. You can slide your foot a little bit closer if you can, right up to your hip if possible. Just breathe into the hip that's stretching. 3 breaths. Okay, let's slide that foot forward and bring that foot to the thigh. Breathe in, lift up nice and tall, draw the navel in, place your hands down, breathe out, bend forward, keep that spine long, shoulders away from ears, breathe in and breathe out, bending forward from the hips, and then draw the navel in, head to knee. And you can walk your hands to your foot if you want to, holding the outer edge of the foot, or wrapping your hands around your foot. If your shoulders are up near your ears, you might be overstretching. Come back a little. 3 breaths into your back. Take a walk with your hands back to your hips. Let's bring our feet to the end position. Hands behind the knees, draw the navel in, roll the spine down, vertebrae below vertebrae. And let's bring the knees to the chest. Rock from side to side on the small of the back. Now place your feet on the floor. Draw your navel down. We've got a ramp, so flatten the lower back to the floor. Squeeze your buttocks. Start to peel your vertebrae off the floor, just one at a time. Keep your buttocks nice and firm. And you can lift your arms up to the ceiling. And you can hold them there, resting on the shoulder blades. Now breathe into the belly, 3 breaths. Let's lower those hands down to the floor. Breathe into the belly, breathe out, roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, rounding out that lower back. Then bring the knees to the chest again, one at a time. And just roll from side to side on the lower back. And let's lift those feet up to the ceiling. You can place hands under your hips if you prefer. Otherwise, hands by your sides. Draw the navel down. You can also hold the backs of legs. Let's rotate our ankles in this position. Keep that waist firmly down as those legs stay lifted. Rotate them back the other way. Okay, now let's bend those knees. Bring them out nice and wide into a butterfly pose in the air. Hold your ankles, press the soles of the feet together and draw your knees towards your hips. Squeeze your buttocks a little, waist draws down. Shoulders are down away from ears. Now lower your ankles down to the floor in butterfly pose. Bring your left hand to your heart center and your right hand to your belly. If this is uncomfortable, bring your knees together and your feet a little wider than your hips. Let's take 5 breaths into our belly. Now extend your legs if you want to, coming into a relaxation position, rocking your feet outwards then inwards, just like windscreen wipers with your feet. Roll your feet out, in, and then roll them out. Loosen up your thighs, give them a little shake. Make sure your hips are comfortable, your legs are comfortable. You can bring your hands down to your sides, palms facing up. Let's hug those shoulder blades together and open the chest. Lift the head up, lengthen through the back of the neck. Just let the fingers curl as the hands relax. And just check from the top of the head to the tip of the toes to see if there's any tight spots. Anywhere you find a tight spot in your stomach, your neck, your feet, just breathe into there. Try to give yourself a little wriggle and loosen up. Now you can stay in your yoga relaxation for as long as you like. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Perhaps turn off the video. Just pause and turn it on to end. Let's bring our awareness back to our body now. Breathe down to the belly. Move the fingers and toes. And walk your feet to the end position. Roll over to your side. Rest your head on your arm. Take 3 breaths here. Lift yourself up to a seated position. Hands on knees. Lifting the rib cage up, relax the shoulders down. Make sure your neck is comfortable and there's no tightness there. Breathe down to the belly. And lower your hands down, take a deep breath in, lift them up above your head in prayer. Bring them down to your chest, thumbs to heart center, and focus on the breath in your chest. Let's take a deep breath now into our belly, into the rib cage, shoulders and back. Then breathe out. And again, breathe into your belly, rib cage, shoulders and back, and breathe out. Take another deep breath in. And have a peaceful heart and a peaceful mind and a wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. And if you liked Yoga Stretch, please press like and make a comment and subscribe to my videos. Have a wonderful day.